This is Glenn predicts Trump absolutely will run again, and here's why. Now, I don't want you to get your hopes up, because every time he has said that he's going to make a prediction, it takes him forever to get to the prediction, and the here's why part never happens. But here's why he's convinced. Maybe. Let's see. What was this 17 gun firms nonsense? We'll see.
Are fleeing. 17 gun firms are fleeing to friendlier states. Now that's what we're talking about.
Yes. Gun firms fleeing in fear. Sounds like America.
That's what we're talking about. By the way, Tennessee is getting a name of a place to go, and
park your RV on a street and play Patsy Cline before you blow it up, or take a once great city like Memphis and drive it into the ground, or have kids with Mountain Dew in their baby bottles so their teeth rot inside their head before their permanent teeth ever get to come out. That kind of name?
No.
It's getting a real name for cousin fucking.
Find shelter in the storm?
It's find shelter in the storm.
Except it's the place.
Except it's not.
Go for those progressives that are trying to get out of California and I don't think have learned their lesson as the place they want to go. I wouldn't count on Tennessee. I also wouldn't count on Florida. Florida is Florida only because it has Ron DeSantis,
who won the election by 0.4%.
Yeah.
Yeah, the COVID death rate in Florida is higher than the margin that DeSantis won Florida.
It's not exactly a
and
lock.
He's only allowed 2 terms.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2 terms.
Does that include the term that he... Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze now. Oh, 3 sneezes make a wish. There's a lot of dander in my aunt's house. I was triggered by him sneezing, or him coughing. Hold on, what's his name over in the corner? Looking very healthy, by the way. I'm going to sneeze again. Hold on. That was fun.
Not exactly a
and
lock.
He's only allowed 2 terms.
Watch.
Mm-hmm. So in 2 terms, you could get,
He's cut away from himself.
Charlie Crist, which, hey, there's protection for you.
One thing we can guarantee, he will be running again because he runs in every available election.
He does. So, I was singing because I talked to Ron on Wednesday.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
And I said to him, so you only have
Christmas.
2, you only have 2 terms.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you thought about, after your 2nd term, moving to Texas and running for governor in Texas? And you could just keep doing 2 terms in all of the states until they're fixed. He said don't count on it, but he would entertain it. So we got that going for us.
Oh, you mean he's not willing to be a carpetbagger like Rand Paul?
I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that. He's been awesome.
So,
He really is.
free agent governors,
awesome. Yeah.
like in sports.
I'd be okay with it.
You're signing.
I'm okay with it. Yes.
That would be an interesting process.
Sign into some fat contract and have him do it again here. That'd be great.
Oh yeah. So you don't trust the whoever else is going to run in Texas apparently, and Abbott's screwing it up. I guess is that the idea?
Your $82 million contract to
Yes.
come be governor of Texas.
Yes.
Texas is drafting Ron DeSantis. That would be fine.
Except by then he'll be president of the United States.
You think so?
Yeah, it's possible. I think it's...
Yeah, totally. He's the dude. DeSantis is gonna. Yeah, believe me, he's a charmer. And don't let that sling blade haircut fool you. He's
really possible. If Trump doesn't run.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes. Come on, Glenn. Jump in there. Get out of your notes. You look like Greg Kelly right
I think
now.
it's going to be
Not
DeSantis.
a chance
That he doesn't run?
he doesn't run.
Yeah.
And you don't have that
that's probably
confirmed, but because you did just meet with the guy. So
Yeah,
are we
I
revealing some news here? Are you breaking his announcement?
Well, my...
Glenn, you're back to looking at the ceiling, man. And as tells go, this is the worst.
Producer was there on the side of the interview, Ricky, and she looks at me towards the end, and she's like, follow up. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, is this part of the Hall of Fame induction process?
It is.
When you just miss cues like this?
Yeah. And I listened back to it, and I didn't miss it. I don't interpret it the same way. However, you could interpret it as absolutely he's saying he's going to run.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I haven't seen the interview yet that he did with him. I don't know if they've aired it yet or whatever. But you mean the same footsie bullshit that he keeps saying every time somebody interviews him, that you're gonna be very happy, that nonsense, so that he can keep the funds rolling into his super PAC, so that he can wait until the very last second to go, nah, I'm not running.
Because he says towards the end of the interview,
you're gonna be very happy.
He says clearly, well, we're gonna take care of that. I'll just take care of that next time.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And
Plus, he said, I think you're going to be happy.
Yeah, there it is. That's what he said. I think you're going to be happy.
People who are fans.
People are fans. They're going to be very happy that he doesn't run, because by the time 2024 rolls around, they're going to be going, I think he needs a sippy cup, and I'm concerned that he won't be able to walk a ramp up, much less down.
And who want him to run. And he keeps telling those people who interview him, and I think you're going to be happy about my choice.
Right. Yes, they will be very happy he's not running.
Well,
he's running.
What does that mean?
He's running. He's running. There's no doubt. And he's not running. This was surprising to me in some regard, because I thought there's no way Donald Trump is going to leave with an L in the column.
He always leaves with an L in the column. There has never been a point in his life where he hasn't left with an L in the column.
He's going to come back.
Yeah.
And add another L, so it'll be a double L.
However, that's not it. I really was impressed he loves the people who voted for him.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like Jim Jones loved the taste of pineapple.
And he loves his country. I believe
he loves the country.
He loves this nation.
He really feels he can fix it.
And he sees the destruction being done by this administration.
Yeah, it's terrible. The destruction. It's just the destruction. I mean, there's a lot of construction, but it's a sort of destructive construction.
So I think that is, I think that's really good. By the way, can I play cut 9? This is...
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
This is from the interview. You can find it on the Blaze right now.
Oh, dear God.
I think maybe this weekend, maybe it's going up on YouTube. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll find it. Don't worry.
But here's Ron.
But I would say it's an act of cruelty to put it up over Christmas.
DeSantis talking about his Stop Woke Act. Listen to this. Cut 9. Or is this from yesterday?
We just did an event today rolling out a new piece of legislation called the Stop Woke Act.
Yeah, you can tell there's just a commanding presence to his voice. You know, he doesn't sound at all like a middle manager.
And what we're doing is
Yeah, guys, we're going to run on this. Honestly, this is the kind of guy who's going to line up everyone in the Republican Party behind him. You know, this is the kind of excitement I can pull down.
Already had our State Department of Education prohibit critical race theory in our K through 12 schools. But I think we've seen that sometimes schools will do what they want. So we're giving parents a private right of action where they could go in and sue if this is happening, get discovery and get attorney's fees. And the parents are really happy about that and really excited that they have a role again in
My question is why are all these screens being held up by luggage?
Florida. We have a Parents' Bill of Rights. We were one of the first states to pass it to where we say parents have the primary obligation and responsibility for the health, education, and upbringing of their kids. It's interesting. In that Virginia governor's race, you had the Democrats say parents shouldn't really have a role in what goes on in school. People said that was a mistake, but I was actually evincing what
Well, no, that wasn't the point at all. That's the way it was sold. But the problem, what McCullough was saying, and I think he said it very poorly, was the idea that you can't just interrupt the curriculum because one particular parent or a group of parents decides they want to throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. It takes a larger movement, and the bigger focus is on a proper education for the kids.
Actually believe. The left believes that this is the province of unions and bureaucracies, and that parents are really a sideshow in all of this. And I think that view has been totally exploded now. And so parents are on the march, And I think that that's something very,
Yes, that's what's Florida's really known for its youth movements.
very positive. You know, Glenn, people will talk about, hey, win the Congress back, win this. And I think all those are important. But if I could have one thing politically, one political wish granted, I would want conservative majorities on every school board in the country. That would have a profound positive impact on our education system, our society, and on our culture.
Yeah. Yes. Everyone would know that 2 + 2 = 4 because God wants it that way.
I really like him because he has the Donald
Yeah, he has
Trump attitude where he'll go in front of Brandon car dealership and
yeah, he's got the Donald Trump attitude and the Kirk Cameron voice tone
in Brandon, Florida, and then just give a speech. I kind of appreciate that.
as opposed to the Four Seasons total landscaping.
But he's also very reasoned and very
Unlike Trump.
well
Is that
thought
what you're
out.
saying?
Very well
Unlike Trump, which is what you're
thought
saying.
out. But he's not going to run. I think he's going to run for governor. Trump is going to run for president, and then you'll see him again in 28.
It's been kind of
VP?
interesting. There's a little.
You're thinking VP
You think of VP?
for
No.
Ron?
Nope, don't think he'll take it.
Well, no. Trump wouldn't give it to him because he's afraid he would be. He's more popular than Trump.
You don't think he'll
Florida.
take it?
Don't think he'd take it. I don't know if it would be offered, but I don't think he would want it.
Well, we don't think he's going back to Pence, right?
No.
So where is he going there?
Done.
Yeah, it does seem like they're done.
And
Mike Flynn, clearly, or Mike Pillow. I think it should be Mike Pillow. It should be Trump Pillow.
Did you
I
ask
think Trump is a little upset with DeSantis because DeSantis hasn't said he won't run yet.
So
Right, because why should he? Who the fuck expects anyone to like ring kiss if they think they could be a better president or they think they could actually get stuff done? Why would they ever defer to anyone if you think you can do the job and you can get the job?
Doesn't want to close that door before he knows what Trump is going to do.
Yeah, I think if Trump doesn't run,
He'll run.
he'll run.
If Trump does run, I don't think DeSantis will.
I agree with that.
There's some reporting that basically all of the major rumored candidates have gone to Donald Trump and said, if you run, I'm not going to run, including.
Yes, so that he doesn't shit talk them for the next 3 years, and knowing that he's going to pull out, and they want his blessing the day this grift ends.
The reporting was including DeSantis. However, DeSantis was the one guy who was not saying it publicly. Where like these other candidates are like, look, if Donald Trump runs, then I won't be running.
And yet DeSantis was polling higher than Trump because he
Or
said
at least
that.
are insinuating.
Who cares? Can you imagine, like, this is just gross.
This has not yet said that.
DeSantis has not said
and
that.
I think that would be foolish. If Donald Trump is running, Donald Trump will, I mean,
He'll
crushes
win.
everyone.
Yeah.
Crushes everyone.
Yeah, he'll crush him. It's going to be amazing. I mean, he hasn't lost a step at all. Still got the same lightning.
He not only will win,
Please, please, please talk him into running, Glenn. Please.
He'll
will-
destroy you so that
we have nothing.
done.
Yes, he'll destroy all the other Republicans in the process and then lose again.
Left. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
We need people like DeSantis.
Yeah, but Trump's going to destroy him if he runs because this is an authoritarian scheme, not a democracy to them.
Because Trump only has 4 years. And I talked about this. My interview with Donald Trump is happening when we get back in January, first week of January. You don't want to miss it.
No, I definitely. Well, I want to miss it, but I won't.
But I talked to him about what needs to be done.
Oh, good. So he knows that. So you've told him. Good. So this is the man. This is the Machiavellian voice behind him. He's Rasputining. It's like he's like the Colonel Sanders of Rasputins.
And I said, let me just give you a list of the agencies that need to be cleaned out. I mean,
Was it Rick Perry's list? It's a list of 3, but it's only got 2 names on it.
fire everybody.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, that's what you do. I mean, obviously, you wish you could just bomb the buildings, but
And it's almost every agency.
Yeah, because who needs a functioning government when the entire purpose is to allow some authoritarian Eastern European psychopath to take over the country?
And I said, how are you going to do that in 4 years?
You're not. And if you try, you're a lunatic and your party would be flushed down the toilet.
He said, oh, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. He says, just going to...
Trump has, somebody in the chat says Trump has something up his sleeve. Yes, he does. He has one of those ports they put on in the hospital to continually give you monoclonal antibodies because your immune system is failing.
Take focus and just courage to just keep on going.
Big time courage.
Big time courage.
Yes, it takes a lot of courage to destroy the United States.
Going to get such pushback
From all...
From parents and workers and Wall Street and shopkeepers, small businesses, large conglomerates, U.S. citizens in general.
From everybody.
From all sides.
Yeah.
And...
Well, that's how you know you're fucked up. If all sides are attacking you, then you are not doing anything right. There's a certain point where they have this mythology that if both sides, if the right and left activist class are going against you, there might be a case to be made there, and that's what most people say. But when you're getting attacked by all sides, that's not a good sign. Yes, and Stu does look like crap again.
He said that's why 2022 is so important, because he needs people who know it's time to abolish, because I asked him, is it time to abolish the Department of Ed?
Yeah, there you go. Department of Education, done. Yeah, we want spotty state-run. We want the education in Tennessee to be the Tennessee education problem. Any state with money, great education. Any state with no money, like your kids are just screwed. Sorry, that's just how it works. No more. And by the way, that would mean that New York, California, technically Texas, Washington State, Oregon, Illinois would no longer be paying for all the plain states and the southern states' education systems. That they would have to run it off the money that they have right then. And a lot of them don't have the ability to issue bonds to cover any of it. So they're just their middle schools and their elementary schools would just start failing immediately. Why do you think we had a Department of Education? Why we even started the damn thing? Because we had spotty education across the country, and huge impoverished swaths of the country had no recourse for their kids. And we decided, hey, they need an education no matter where they're born. They're American citizens.
I think you'll like his answer. But it's going to take, I said, how are you going to do this if you have Mitch McConnell? And that was the wrong thing to say, because he went off on Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, it's a switch.
I bet he did.
Thank you.
He
Mitch
does
McConnell
not like Mitch McConnell.
I don't either.
I don't either.
We never have. I mean, we tried to get him beaten by Matt Bevin years ago, if you remember correct. What was that, 2010?
Yeah.
In Kentucky, and couldn't quite get it done, but would have been great.
Bevin, of course, went on to be governor of the state and then lost in a very close election. I wonder how Kentucky feels about that since.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't think.
Good.
Imagine having Bevin as the governor of how different things would be.
Yeah.
Yes. How different it would have been. He would have just shut off all the tornado warning systems because people need to pull themselves up by their tornado straps.
Kentucky.
Especially through COVID. I mean, to have a Democrat governor through that in that type of state, which is clearly a red.
By the way, nice move, everybody at the Blaze, covering Stu and whatever that other dipshit's name are with the clickable links, but leaving Glenn's face clear. Hey, it's a hierarchy, kids.
Date that was rough on those people.
All right, that is. Oh God, yes. Wait, yes. COVID is. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about, right? There's what COVID?